I want you to listen to these 3 pieces of music so you can guess what genre they're from. Let's play the first one. What genre do you think this is? You might think that this song was written by a classical composer, right? Let's play the second one now. Now what genre do you think this one is? You might think that this song was written by someone like a jazz artist. Now let's play the final clip. As for this song, you might think that this was written by a rock star, but in reality these songs are all in the same genre because they're all video game music. Now, I'm not the type of person who walks down the street with his earbuds in listening to music, but if I was, I would have my healthy mix of quote-unquote real music, along with the soundtracks to Shovel Knight, Donkey Kong Country, Pokemon Black and White, etc., which I'm assuming would award me some dirty looks by some people, and I think that boils down to 2 main reasons. For one, despite the evolution of games over time, I think that because early video games were mainly pioneered by Nintendo, video game music as a whole gained a stigma that they were for kids. But also because when video game music started out, the primitive hardware made it sound like, well, this. But even back then, we had legendary composers like David Wise who created timeless masterpieces of music on systems as early as the Super Nintendo. Just listen to one of his many songs from Donkey Kong Country, Aquatic Ambiance. Maybe this is just me, but I think that if video game music started out with something like the GameCube and PS2, or even the N64 and the PlayStation, instead of the Atari, it wouldn't be viewed as weird to people who didn't play games. Believe it or not, but video game music actually has hit the mainstream, whether you've realized that or not. If you're a fan of, or just simply listen to hip-hop or rap music, you may know that a lot of artists sample some of their background music from video games. Take a listen to this.
Watch your motherfucking song, boy. Yeah, it hurt, boy. I like to cha-cha, hey. I like to cha-cha, hey.
I won't overwhelm you with all the examples, but others include the previously shown Aquatic Ambiance and Childish Gambino's Eat Your Vegetables, Super Monkey Ball's Clock Tower and Lil Uzi Vert's Secure the Bag, and for a much more overt example, Super Mario World's Game Over theme in Toby Lou's Game Over. Hell, Biggie Smalls even mentions retro game consoles in his song Juicy while showing them being played in the music video.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, when I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this.
Being a big music guy myself, no matter what the genre, could you tell, one of my favorite channels on YouTube is Botnik Sage. This is a channel dedicated to taking songs from artists and mashing them up with video game music. Probably my favorite example of this is taking Bruno Mars's 24 Karat Magic and mixing it with Sonic's Chemical Plant Zone. Just listen to this.
Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do?
This mashup is so good that I legitimately can never go back to listening to the original again. Don't get me wrong, there are definitely some memes and other goofy mixes here, but there is some absolute gold too. He took Feel Good Inc. and mixed it with Splatoon, a shooting game where you play as an anthropomorphized squid, to make it Feel Good Inc. That is incredibly clever. Now what am I trying to say with all this anyway? Do I want to hear Saria's song or Gower Plains playing on the radio when I'm in the car? No, definitely not. Just like I wouldn't want to hear scores from movies on the radio either. But I think that VGM is a genre that is very influential despite how niche it is. Music is supposed to make you feel something, and I could go into so much more detail on how VGM does that if I had the time. But regardless, I hope you learned something new or maybe even gained an intrigue for music and video games. Thanks for watching.